Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first full booking episode of our Smackdown vs. Raw 2006 GM mode. I'm your host, Kane Drago. Thanks as always to UpUpDownDown for the and Squared Circle Jobbers for the inspiration, and I will leave a link to both of those in the description below. We're going to get started. As you can see, I already booked the first match before we turned it on. It's just a handicap jobber match I told you I was going to do for popularity purposes. Now we're going to book the rest of the card, and you're going to see what... It's all going to be singles matches this week, so some people will be off the card, but that's because I want to save the promos. I don't want to use those to make rivalries. I want to actually do matches. And every singles championship is going to be on the line on this show. So actually, let's do a single. For the main event, let's do single with managers. Just to change it up a little bit. We are going to have John's. The managers will give you a little preview of another feud I have in mind. Actually, no, they won't. I'm going to do the straight singles match because I'm planning to book them in a match to start their own rivalry. So that's fine. So you'll still see that in a minute, though. John Cena is going to challenge Hollywood Hogan for the WWE Championship. In our main event. In our co-main event, also a straight... For now, they're just going to be straight singles matches. Mankind is going to go one-on-one with his rival. That's a real-life rivalry, but in this case, I'm doing it for popularity, not history. Against The Rock. Promo 2. I'm going to do main event hype, because we have some money. Promo 1, I'm not going to do what everybody else does and do a advertising promo. I'm actually going to do merchandise because you may get less money, but you often get more. So we got our top 2 matches booked. Match number 4. Like I said, all going to be pretty much straight singles matches for avoiding significant damage. We're going to have Randy Orton defending the United States Championship against Kurt Angle. Or the Intercontinental title, sorry. I keep forgetting that's on Raw in these games. At least this one. In our third match, second important match, we're going to have what essentially is the start of an Intercontinental title number 1 contenders rivalry, for lack of a better explanation. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. And in our first storyline match for the WWE Women's Championship, Trish Stratus defending against Stacy Keibler. That is our first show. Let's get started. I swear to God if Joe Burr wins. Thank you. And Haas even got the pin for as much as it matters. I threw Lita in there because they can't challenge for men's titles or anything, but you can do mixed matches, and Lita's the lowest popularity of my women. Or at least the lowest popularity woman that I'm currently trying to build. So they definitely got the win I wanted them to get. Haas's popularity will go up a little bit. New WWE Women's Champion, Stacy Keibler, in Week 1. Chris Benoit gets the win against Eddie Guerrero. Kurt Angle is the new Intercontinental Champion, 2 for 2 on new champions. Will we go 3 for 3? The Rock defeats Mankind. That's basically a WWE title number 1 contenders match, feud. And in our main event, 3 for 3, John Cena is the new WWE Champion. All new champions on Week 1. Wow. I'm just going to save right in this menu since it gives me the option, and I want to make sure I don't forget. Because especially where we do 2 shows an episode. No, I don't want to exit. So let's see how we did. SmackDown beat us by 30,000. Considering I did all straight singles matches, that's not that surprising. And I don't have any rivalries yet, that's not surprising. Solid 3-star show, though. So they must have had 3 as well, yeah. New champion. Highlight of the show. What was the sleeper match? Batista in a First Blood match. We'll see what that was all about in a second. Undertaker won on their show. So let's see what the... just checking to make sure I didn't have any emails to get rid of. So, all new champions except for all the new singles champions because we didn't defend the tag titles. Now we're going to look at our rivalries. We now have The Rock and Mankind going at it. Kurt Angle and Randy Orton. Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero. Trish and Stacy. And, of course, Cena and Hogan. Now that they're established, I don't have to put them in only singles matches, as long as they're in the same match. So let's take a look at the actual reports. For SmackDown, 2 stars, Rob Van Dam beat Ric Flair. 2.5 for Jericho and Junkyard Dog beating Big Show and Eugene. 2.5 for JBL beating Mysterio and Bulldog in a triple threat. 3.5 Andre the Giant getting busted open by Batista. 3.5 Undertaker Austin. And 3.5 for Triple H defeating Bret Hart for the World Heavyweight Championship. Not sure if he already had the title or not. And on Raw, of course, I knew I was going to take a hit with that. That's why I wanted to start all my big rivalries. I'm also going to start a Joe Burr and Charlie Haas rivalry. Even though it's not going to be huge in a popularity boost, it'll give it a little something to hopefully bump it up a little bit. And, of course, Benjamin being in those matches and Lita also helped bump it up. Still only 1 star, though. That's okay. That's my plan. Stacy Keibler and Trish Stratus. 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5, and 4 stars. So that's show number 1. Just a reminder, we lost 30,000, but I kind of planned for that. Obviously, I wasn't surprised. Financials. How much did we make? Okay, well, of course, we lost money this week because that includes the draft. But how much did we make in merchandise? Only 21,000. So we didn't. So that one didn't work out, but it does often do better. Oh yeah. So here's what we're gonna do for week 2. I know this is going to make me take a hit, but that's okay. That's what I want. That's what I need it to do. Now, what I could potentially do is put Shelton in there to start, because whoever's the official participant, it'll start a rivalry with, and then have Haas on the outside, and then do handicap matches, and that may help with the rivalry, but that's okay. I'll do it that way for now. I'm going to can him when I drop his popularity too low anyway, so... Now, we're going to go over the rest of the card backwards. In the main event, now that we've established some rivalries, the main event is going to actually be a tag team match. Still not going to burn out my guys, just normal tag. It's going to be John Cena and Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton and Hollywood Hogan. We're going to have another tag team match. This one's going to be a little different. Elimination tag. No, we'll do that one further down the card, and the tag team match, and I'll do women for that one. We are going to do a straight singles match this time, but with managers to help with the ratings. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to go Chris Benoit with The Rock in his corner against Eddie Guerrero with Mick Foley in his corner. Well, Mankind, the gimmick, but you get the point. Promo 2. We're gonna do main event hype again. Promo 1. This time I will do it at just a regular ad promo to make sure that I get money. I'm gonna switch between the two because, like I said, the other one can go better. It just didn't this time. Match number 4. We have another singles match. Actually, maybe we won't. Maybe with managers? Yeah, let's do that. And we're going to have Kain. Oh, I completely forgot I have Shawn Michaels. Okay, so let's do this then. Kain with Trish Stratus in his corner. Versus Edge with Stacy in his corner, because they already have a rivalry started. In match 3, we'll do a regular singles match. Booker T versus Christian. And then we'll do Lita versus Tori Wilson. And that'll give us our... Lita didn't go up in popularity. That makes me sad for that handicap match. Sad. That's okay. Yeah, so we'll do that. I may even do 3 cards because we're going pretty quick. It's only been 10 minutes. So we're going to lock that in. Good. Charlie Haas got the win like I wanted. Otherwise, that match is completely pointless. Lita beats Tori Wilson to start their rivalry. Christian defeats Booker T and to start their half of the rivalry, but you can only do singles rivalries in this game. Kain gets the win, so Trish Stratus will get a bump as well, probably. Chris Benoit and The Rock get a win in another singles with manager. And Randy Orton and Hulk Hogan defeat John Cena and Kurt Angle. Randy Orton getting the pin. So yeah, you know what? Since I'm doing simulation style and playing solo anyway, I'm gonna actually do some episodes that I have more to talk about. I'm eventually gonna sort of write down mini storylines that I have in mind. But for the first episode, I didn't start those yet. I'm gonna say the real storylines behind are gonna start after Backlash. SmackDown with a bigger win, but that's okay. That's not going to last long when I start trying. Right now, I'm just starting rivalries and boosting popularity, so I'm not worried about that. 2 stars, 2.5, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. 1 star, of course, 2, 2, 2.5, 3, and 4. Fan support. Like I said, we're down 150 or so. I think it's 150,000, but I'm not worried about that yet. So we made 422,000. It's good. We're going up in money. Now, one other thing I'm going to do that people often forget to do. Charlie Haas coming up nicely. Still got some a ways to go yet. I assume he's content because I haven't booked him yet. Yeah. So Shawn Michaels will definitely be on this show, and I have a pretty good idea where I'm going to put him. So, here's what we're going to do. Now that I've done a couple shows and earned some money, and obviously still had 3 million left, I'm going to go and do some of these now so that they're already taken care of. And then after our next show, I'll do these ones. Actually, you know what? I can still be around 3 million after I do all these. So I'm just going to do them now. Get them over with. I'm still at 3 million, and now I don't have to worry about anybody for a while. So let's do well, technically Raw episode 3. Let's do part 3. We're going to go back to the handicap match for this one. Put Shawn Michaels in there just because. Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. Shelton's up to 57 already. Nice. Now we're going to book the show backwards. These ones I didn't write down, but I have some idea what I want to do. So, we're going to do something a little different today. We have the first pay-per-view at Backlash, so I'm not going to do probably any more title matches. What I am going to do is a 6-man tag. Kurt Angle, Mankind, and John Cena, who I can't do because he's already on the other side. So I'll just put Kane in there temporarily just so I can free up Cena to choose. Against Randy Orton, The Rock, and Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Match 5. You know what? We're gonna defend one title. Slightly 2 fatigue instead of 1, but that's okay. 2's still manageable. We're gonna have a fatal 4-way match for the Intercontinental Championship. Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, they're currently jockeying for position of who's going to get the next singles shot when the rivalries change. But that doesn't mean they're not still in contention already. Are the other 2 people I want already in here? No? Did I just pass them? Oh no, they're already... Never mind. I'm an idiot. That's my fault. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to have a submission match. Chris Benoit versus Eddie Guerrero. Promo 2. We're going to go with... I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm actually going to do a merchandise and an advertising. See how that goes. Match number 4. We're going to have a tag team match. Edge and Christian. That's not Edge. Edge and Christian versus Kane and Booker T for the tag team titles. Since I want to put at least one title on the line, I'm actually going to put 2 titles on the line. Because in match number 3, we are going to have a fatal 4-way match. But it's going to be for the WWE Women's Championship. Lita versus Stacy versus Champion Trish versus Tori Wilson. And in our opening match, I got to see how many people I have left. None. Okay, so we're going to change that up a little bit. Here's what we're going to do instead. We'll save the tag team titles for the pay-per-view. And for this week, we'll just do singles matches with them to hype the rivalries. There we go. We are good to go. Lock the show in. Haas got the pin again. Good. I don't know if that gives him more popularity, but that's fine. Booker T beats Christian. Contender beating the champion. Stacy Keibler retains the women's championship. I forgot she beat Trish on the first show, so I called the wrong person champion earlier. Edge beats Kane. Team's going 1-for-1. Benoit wins the submission match, and the team of Kurt Angle, who I believe is the Intercontinental Champion, yes, team champion essentially, and Mankind obviously. That feud's not about a title, but Kurt Angle getting the win for his team in the 6-man tag team match. I assume SmackDown won again. Yes. By 150. Okay, that's fine. As I said, I'm starting off slow on purpose because I have a pay-per-view coming up. All the rivalries are fine. I assume even the shitty one, yes, is still good for now at least. Let's take a look at popularities. Joe Burr's down to 12, but Haas is over 30, so we're making progress. It's worth the hassle. Hogan went and then Rock went down, but Cena, Mankind, and Angle went up. Michaels went up. Orton went back down to where he started. Benoit's up a little bit. Eddie's getting mad because he's losing every week, which reminds me we're going to check that right now. Hey, he's the only one. Okay. So I'm going to cut the episode there because we're at around 20 minutes now, which I was looking for 15 to 20, and we were only at 10 before, so that was too short. So I'll be back with episode 3, 2 of our actual active bookings. We'll be back with at least 2, possibly 3 shows. We'll see. My name, once again, I'm Kane Drago. Peace out.